Guys, welcome back to another Chantel reaction video. I am about to do the drip dry video. Man, I don't know why this video, me trying to make it, has been so complicated. Guys, you should literally see my phone. I have like 4 videos of attempted videos that I've tried to make that has all failed. Let's see if I can do this and put this out tonight. Without further ado, guys, let's get to. Thank you so much for my 45 subscribers, 46 subscribers. Pardon the mistake. And if you guys like my content, please like, comment, and subscribe. This video is for reactionary purposes. And let's react to Sloppy Joe. Let's get to, guys. I just put the timestamp at 15:20 because that's where all the disgusting, atrocious stuff that she says starts to happen. All right, guys.
So, anyway, comes up to me. I almost didn't hear him, but came up to me. It was like, you want me to eat your...
Jesus. The look on her face when she says that word after the fact is priceless. Like, she's proud. Like, he wanted to eat my kitty cat. Like, she's acting special, and it's not that serious. Honestly, I would feel mortified and shocked if someone asked to perform that kind of act on me. I would probably slap them. I would scream at them. I would embarrass them. I mean, how can you be proud and so self-conscious of yourself that you would allow a guy to come up to you and disrespect you in that manner? It just shows what kind of woman she is, what kind of men she attracts. It's a bitter cup to swallow, man. It's real bitter.
I'm not kidding. He asked if I wanted him to eat my kitty cat. Alright.
So now he's accountable. I've never heard anyone describe that in that way. Well, I've heard of the word eating you out and stuff like that, but it's gross. Why do people have to talk like that? Maybe I'm just not used to that. You can't eat it, number one, because that'd be cannibalism. It's just gross thinking about it. That's a turnoff to me. If a guy has to be so sexually direct to a woman and say what he wants to do, it's not good. It's not worth it at all. Wow, he's desperate and you're desperate.
That took me off guard, okay? Because back then, I know you're looking at me now. I'm thinking, you would kill somebody if you sat on their face today. But, like I said, back then I wasn't this size. But even now, if a guy wanted me to sit on it, on his face, I would.
First of all, Chantel, let me educate you. I didn't know that particular thing that a guy does to a woman. I didn't know you had to sit on his face in order for that to happen. You're disgusting, Chantel. I can't believe that you would even think that's healthy to be sitting on someone's face. I mean, if you have breakouts and stuff on your arms, just imagine what down there looks like. And I don't want to be mean. Please don't take this as offense, but your hygiene, girl, is not up to par for some person to have their face buried in between your legs. It's disgusting, and he would need some serious therapy, and he would probably have post-traumatic stress disorder just from being down there. That is just not a war zone any guy wants to cross, and for you to be that size to sit on his face, wow, girl, you really have some kinks and fetishes. Wow. What possessed you to say this this evening, in this video? I mean, what possessed you to even utter those words? Are you sexually frustrated or something? Chantel, Chantel, Chantel.
I mean, it has happened when I was near this size. there was a period between, like, when I was just getting together with BB. We weren't, like, super official, and we were both kind of seeing other people sleeping around. Well, I had, like, another lover on the side, and that was my Rwandan lover. And, hey, he let me sit on his face, and, you know, did he die? No. You know, I just figure he'll tap my ass if he needs air, and that's it.
Chantel, I'm surprised that this video is still up. The unbelievable, disgusting shit that you're uttering out of your mouth this morning, in this video, is not this morning. I keep thinking you just made this video. No, this video has been on this channel for a while. I can't believe you haven't felt impressed to delete this video. This video is an utter, complete embarrassment, and you're proud of it. You're proud to suffocate a man to death in between those legs. You're proud to crush his head, to cave in his windpipe, to have his spirit float out of his body just to escape the stench. I can't believe that you ought to be ashamed of yourself. You're not supposed to sit on another person's face. What the fuck is wrong with you? Is that what makes you get off? Is torturing? How's that pleasure, man? Him not being able to breathe. That's pleasure for you? Choking the life force out of his body? That's pleasure for you? Wow.
I mean, okay.
I see why. The coldest water bottle. They decided to no longer associate with you. This video would have sent me filing multiple police reports and harassment charges to begging the men that you've done this to come out with the harassment and sexual assault charges against you. That's so bad.
I'm sorry. This reminds me. When I was hanging out one time at my girlfriend's house. Well, it was with my girlfriend at her boyfriend's house. And he just out of nowhere asked me, I'm curious about something. And I was like, what? He's like, do fat girls have fat vaginas? And at the time I was like, what? Like, obviously, if we have fat everywhere else, it's going to be bigger down there too. More meatier, you know? It was like, interesting. You know what, buddy? Don't lie. You wanted to know what it was like to munch on a fat, juicy, fleshy peach instead of licking the same old raisin.
That's just disgusting. For a guy that's dating your friend to ask you a question like that, not only is that disrespectful, but I would be questioning your girlfriend on the kind of boyfriend that she has. Basically, he was asking you, was it that way down there? And that's disrespectful, and you proudly answered the question. I would have kindly declined. And what Chantel doesn't realize is the questions that are being jabbed at her are disrespectful, but she's taking it as she's proud of it. She's proud of the questions. And it doesn't really matter what size a woman is down below. That's each their preference. She's trying to skinny shame, small shame women. All of us got the same packages at the end of the day. It comes in all shapes and sizes, colors, different pheromones. You know, you shouldn't be shaming someone because they're smaller than you. And if anything, you should be trying to get healthier and not trying to stay the size that you are so you can enjoy being active and intimate with your partners and not sitting on their faces because that's the only pleasure you can get out of it. I mean, who gets off to sitting on someone else's face? That's not normal. You should get smaller, lose some weight, eat healthier, have some salads, smoothies, liquid diets so you can get small and actually enjoy being intimate and enjoying the different ways you can be intimate. Not sitting on someone's face, Chantel. Jesus.
Don't lie about it. You're curious. So, I should make merch. Cunnilingus at every size. Anyway.
Chantel is really hot and bothered in this video. She must be sexually frustrated. Her and BB are not hooking up. She can't screw around with Pete because Pete is clearly not interested in her. She just must be frustrated. So she's taking her frustration out on her audience, poor audience. Guys, I hope all of you guys cleaned your ears with hydrogen peroxide after this video. Soap and water, cleansing out the evil that we just heard and witnessed. This is pure evil. An exorcism needs to be performed on Chantel immediately.
I told you it was TMI. So, my prude conservative viewers are not going to like this video. I'm surprised I didn't even have any conservative viewers at this point. So, I was kind of like intrigued, like, this man can handle a bigger woman sitting on his friggin' head. And
first of all, when a man go down on a woman, you don't sit on his head. That's not how it works, Chantel. A man, you are not supposed to put your whole entire weight on a man's head. Something's seriously wrong with you. You've been doing everything wrong.
No, I don't want to just lay there and let them do it, you know? I'd rather be the one in control and you can move how you want. Most of the time, men, you know, you gotta take control of that sometimes.
Take control of what? Basically, you want to grind his face into a pulp? What the fuck do you mean control? You can't control... Jesus Christ, Chantel, what are you gonna do? Squash his face into oblivion? You can't... It's a mouth, girl, and you're gonna try to control... I'm not gonna go there, guys, because if I go there, I'm gonna go down a rabbit hole and there's no going back. I'm just shocked. I can't believe what she's saying, man. This is bad.
So... I'm like, you know, we started talking, and he kind of wouldn't leave me alone, like he was really interested in me, so, you know, we were like grinding, dancing, even though I can't dance or shit. He was like trying to get me to dance on him, and my hips are moving all over, and he's like, no, damn girl, like this, you know? I was like, what? Sorry. Anyway, at the end of the night, I hadn't seen my friend and Dan for a while. Now, this guy, like, never drinks because he drives, right? But he was like, I don't know how she convinced him, but she convinced him he was hammered. Like, and he probably only had, like, 2 Smirnoff Ice or something. So, he couldn't drive. So, apparently he wanted to get, like, a hotel room. There was, like, a cheap hotel nearby. And he wanted privacy with her, obviously, because that was... I'm sure he was with her for that reason, just like she was with him for the man. Like I said before. So, he wanted to get rid of me. And he had a good job. So he had money. So, he got 2 hotel rooms. And since this guy was clinging to me like a friggin' booger, for lack of a better analogy, he's like, please let me stay with you, please let me stay with you, you won't regret it, yada yada yada. So I was like, okay, I don't want to be alone in the room, you know, I'm still feeling good, we can have some drinks.
Girl, the only reason why you invited him over, and I truly believe this, is because you wanted to grind his face into a pulp. You wanted to squash his face out of it into non-existence. You wanted to erase his whole face. He would have not had a face once he left you. I truly believe that's why you wanted him to stay the night.
Like we had some like beer or something in the van. Anyway, and this guy had like a lot of weed. So, come on down. I never even got his name. And I don't even think he asked mine. I don't think either of us cared. Anyway. Get to the hotel room. Everything is just like spinning for me. And I go to the bathroom. Make sure I'm fresh. If you know what I mean. Because honestly, when I'm drinking, I don't want to be bothered to go to the bathroom all the time, but since you have to, like once you break the seal, you have to pee all the time. I would just run into the stall, sit down, pee. I was too impatient to wipe. I would drip dry the whole night, so I'm like, I gotta make sure I'm fresh. So,
guys, now let's take a moment of silence for the thighs that were victims of the urine dripping down her thighs. Now, I have a pet peeve. I'm pretty clean when it comes to my hygiene. I'm very hygienic. I've gone drinking. I have to wipe myself. I don't like feeling moisture, all condensation. Now, when you're a thicker girl, and it could be thick thighs, save lives, it could be anything. But when you're a thick girl and you gotta go pee, you better make sure, especially if you don't got no air coming up there, if you ain't got no thigh gap, you better make sure your thighs are clean. And that makes sure keeping all extra moisture out of there. So basically what she telling you is she peed, probably got up when she was not really partly done, and the pee dripped down her thighs, stuck together, and the moisture just builded up. And so there was a strong stench of body odor down there, a little bit of some must with some urine. And that's a real bad combination. So of course she was making sure she was fresh down there because she was all wet and moist and stanky. She stank down there, she know it. That's why she took so long in the bathroom to make sure she was tighty-whitey. That's just nasty. Was you not wearing underwear? I don't want to know, man, but that's the nastiest thing I ever heard.
I don't know. By the time I get out of the bathroom, and the hotel was a dump. Like Dan Bell could do another dirty room on it. I swear. And I was a bit like nervous because I don't know. I just had a gut feeling about this guy. Like if he's that, clingy and sexual right away, like how many other women has he been with, right? And I was just like, I don't know about this. So I was just almost like, it was just like an instinctive thing to kind of stall a bit for some reason. I was just like, put on the crappy TV and like Maury was on at like that hour. And I don't know, it was like all fuzzy and it was like Maury. And I was like, oh, Maury, And he's like, fuck Maury. He's on the bed, like already ready. Like he's just laying there with his arms behind his head, looking at me with this like big log standing up. And I'm just like, oh God. So I was like, I actually started feeling a bit nauseous. So this is a lifesaver for me. I decided this is like divine intervention.
How many people believe that Foodie Beauty didn't really do anything? That she didn't see that thing standing up and she didn't hop on it and ride it? I know that's TMI, but I personally don't believe she got nauseous and decided to go outside. I believe she did what she said she was going to do in the beginning of the video. She wanted it to sit on his face, and she did. And he didn't like it, so he rejected her, and so she decided to go out and smoke a cigarette, which saved her. That's how I think the story went.
Be patient. It'll be worth it. Playing his on game. And he's like, get your big ass over here. I'm like, just wait. I need to go for a smoke. So I went out with a non-smoking room. I think.
If Chantel really thinks her ass is fat, she needs to go reevaluate her life choices and her decisions she's ever made in her entire life. She does not have a fat ass. She has the weirdest Colonel Sanders looking ass I've ever seen. She don't even have an ass. It's weird. It's so weird. I've never seen a butt shaped like hers in my entire life. Maybe it's a diaper, someone was commenting. I don't know. She has a weird Colonel Sanders chin looking ass I've ever seen. And I don't mean that to be rude, but if you look at it, it's the weirdest shape.
I don't know. I wanted to get some air. I'm like, I'll be right back. So I left him there. His wiener in the air. Tree trunk.
Well, I get it was a wiener, but now you're saying it's a tree trunk. You really must have liked the sight of that thing. And for you to be describing it in such detail, I'm surprised you didn't do nothing with it. I'm questioning your story a bit there. There's a lot of inconsistency, Chantel. You went to freshen up in the bathroom, but you didn't do nothing?
I went outside. There was like other young people in the room next door and they were partying or whatever. Two drunk girls. Smoking. And they're like, hey, you're in there with Sloppy Joe, aren't you? And I'm like, who? Like Sloppy Joe, like I'm Sloppy Joe. She's like wearing this or that. He has a big. And I was like, yeah. Sloppy Joe. I'm like, why do they call him Sloppy Joe? What? Apparently, he's like super nasty. He got a nickname. He goes to that bar frequently. Picks up. He's like notorious for like bragging about how he loves to go down on and pleasure larger women. Until they finish all over his face. That's Sloppy Joe.
You didn't let him do that to you, girl? Because I'm just surprised that you didn't. This is one of the stories that you just... In all your stories, your escapades, you never end up doing anything. With the couple that wanted to, that wanted a third will, you didn't do nothing then. I'm just surprised that all your stories end up with, I didn't do anything. And it's just... It's gross. And I'm just doubting the authenticity. I'm not even going to try to say the word. I'm tired. I'm not even going to try to believe if the story is... I think you lie so much that you fabricate the stories. Just to make yourself look like less sleazy, less slutty, I guess.
She's like, he's nasty. He'll let you do golden showers and everything.
That girl said all that, or is that what you did? I'm just surprised two girls would tell you all that without you not being curious to see for yourself. Especially with you saying you would sit on his face.
I'm like, whoa, this escalated quickly. She's like, stay away from him. The guy's a dog. He has gonorrhea. She came off like every STD. She's like, he has gonorrhea. He has chlamydia. I'm like, oh my god. Okay, I don't know if it's true or not, but I'm gonna find out. So, that was bad. I was like, shit, how am I getting out of this, you know? So, I went in the room, still laying there, still ready to go, but kind of watching Maury. I go in the bathroom, pretend to throw up. When I come out, Like, I really don't feel good. I'm so sorry. Like, I need to lay down. I need to sleep. He's like, it's okay, baby. It won't take long. I'm like, holy shit. Like, do not take no for it. Like, get the hint. So then I was...
Alright, I'm just gonna say this. When the guy came up to you saying that could he eat you out, I would have been like, fuck no, get the fuck away from me. You took this guy back to the hotel with you. You freshened yourself up after a whole night of drip drying, and now you're telling me he was laying there naked with all his goods in place, and you didn't do anything. And then when you are all for it, you then say you're tired, try to pretend to throw up, and then you say, geez, take no for an answer, but you were all willy-nilly the whole night. Chantel, stop lying, man. This whole story is a fabricated bullshit mess. I do believe you drip dry, though. I don't believe that you refused him. I don't believe that. I think after the fact, you heard how nasty he was and you felt guilty. I don't know. I don't know what to believe, but this story is just horrible. Geez, take no for an answer. Like you wasn't begging for his attention. Like you weren't begging. If that's the case, why did you go back to the hotel with a guy who clearly disrespected you? You went back to the hotel with someone who was a sleaze because you're a sleaze.
Like, I started my period too. And,
I don't believe you, Chantel. You started your period? Why would you take a guy to the hotel room unless you were trying to initiate sex with the guy, but now you're on your period? That doesn't sound right. You're a liar.
Now I can see why they call him Sloppy Joe. He didn't care. So I was like, that really did make me want to throw up. So I was just kept saying, no, I'm not, I don't feel good. So I just like plopped down on the bed, pretended to like be falling asleep. And eventually we're like, oh man, this is bullshit. And when he left, he like slammed the door. I remember going to my friend's room, which was like down a little bit, like totally crashing their party. I just like walked in too, and like the door was unlocked. I just walked in. She's going nuts, like cowgirl style on him. And it took him a minute to be like, whoa, hey. He was mad. She was happy to see that, but he was like, go in your room. Whatever, Dan. That was delicious. So that was Sloppy Joe. Girls, I don't know if he's still... I haven't seen him after that. I don't know what happened to him.
Chantel, you don't walk into... Okay, this is how I know you're lying too. There's no hotel room or motel room that door unlocks. The door unlocks, you have to unlock it with the key once you check into that room. So you walked into the room, your friend was effing Dan, and you just stood there watching. Like, what kind of sick person are you? You just made that last bit up, and now you're eating the ranch in desperation. You see, you had 2 Sloppy Joes, half a bag of chips, some heirloom tomatoes, and now you're having you had some cherry tomatoes, and now you finished a whole cup of ranch, and now you're getting the leftovers at the bottom. Wow, how desperate are you, Chantel?
Was gonorrhea deadly? I don't know. But that was the last time I saw him. And ladies, if you ever go to a club and get nowhere hole, and you see a man who looks like Eddie Murphy and asks if he can eat your kitty like groceries, just say no. Alright.
You're a liar, Chantel. If you guys know body language like I do, she lied. She fabricated the story. I truly believe she did hook up with Sloppy Joe. I truly believe it, but out of guilt and shame, hearing what those girls said outside, she changed her story around. She can't tell you she was a sleaze and a slut. Of course she was. Of course she hooked up with Dan. And the end of her story, she did not enter her friend's room and watch her and her and Dan do it. I truly don't believe that. If she did, man, she's a different kind of freak. She likes to squash men's faces. She likes to drip dry. She likes to smell like urine in between her legs. And this is the mess that you guys have in front of you. This is the mess you guys endorse. But Coldy Water Bottle said we're no longer endorsing this mess. They probably watched the videos like, oh God, it's just a matter of time, boys. We gotta disengage. We have to disengage. I repeat, disengage. And of course, they didn't disengage. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below at this disgusting mess. I'm pretty sure she'll probably delete more videos because she's been deleting videos all of a sudden. Videos are missing off of her channel. Anyway, please like, comment, and subscribe. I will be back for more videos. Sorry for all the jumbled speech. I am so tired. I worked all day. Until next time, guys. Much love. Bye.